time started in 1974 to 1979. The show lasted about 5 or 6 years, 6 seasons, and the show was about an African American family living in the ghetto, Cabrini Green Projects. Now, back in the 1970s, Chicago was very dangerous. A lot of crime was going on, murders, a lot of violence was going on in the 1970s. And the show depicted a perfect African American family, of strict parents. You had Thelma, you had Thelma, Michael, you had JJ, and then you had the two oldest parents, Florida, and then you had James Evans. And these were hardworking people. Now James Evans was about 40 years old, a 40-year-old man. He has three kids, three teenage kids, and he has a kind-hearted wife. She's kind of like a saint, She's a stay-at-home mother. They're poor. They don't have much clothes. They don't have much food. They go through struggles. The show really depicted African American life in the 1970s. But back in 1970s, there was, it was a two-parent household. Most African American children in 1970s didn't have a two-parent household. Most times they just had a single parent. Just like now in 2020, most black kids nowadays in the inner cities don't have a father. If they have a father, they don't know him. But the show depicted was pretty good. Jimmy Walker played J.J. Evans. He was a slacker. He was a painter. He could paint really well. You have Michael was the light skinned guy, militant midget. I don't know why he was light skinned. I guess maybe because of DNA. Maybe I don't know why, but I guess Thelma was a female. She was about 17, and the show dealt with a lot of controversy, a lot of racism. It dealt with topics that most black people deal with even now. That's why the show was so good. James Evans is a father. He's very angry, strict, a loving father. He has a hard time keeping jobs or getting a job. So he doesn't have a good education. He has a sixth grade education. He dropped out of school when he was a kid to support his family. Florida has an education, but she stays home. She stays home. James is very strict, and he doesn't want Florida to go out there and work. But the show is good. James was killed off in season 4, and then it became more of it showed life of a single parent. You have Rolona. Rolona is a very fashionable black woman. She's divorced, single. In season 5, she adopts Penny. Penny is an abused black girl. Her mother abuses her, and then which was played by Janet Jackson. Michael Jackson's sister, Janet Jackson, played Penny on seasons 5 and 6, and that was pretty good. JJ becomes the series is pretty much good, but the JJ becomes successful during the end of the series. He becomes a successful painter. They move out the ghetto. That's pretty much it. But the show dealt with a lot. It dealt with gang violence. It dealt with being poor. Back in the 1970s, a lot of black people used to eat pet food. I know it's sad, but it dealt with a whole lot of stuff. But Mr. J here, peace.